Hello, everybody. If you're watching YouTube Live, we're going to wait a couple minutes. Sorry about the confusion. Google kicked me out for some reason, so oh well. So I had to create a new one real quick. So we're just going to wait here a couple minutes and let people get over to the new channel, and then we'll start. So bear with me, please. Okay, we're going to get going. Some people said they couldn't make it, so this is going to be recorded so people could watch it at a later time. If you have any questions, just go ahead and throw it in. I got a few people on YouTube watching, not so much in the Hangout here, but YouTube is watching. So let us begin. Let me make sure everything's okay. We are okay. This shouldn't take too long at all. This should be pretty quick. We're going to do this class again. It's not really a class, just an informative. First and foremost, I want to say I am not a lawyer. This isn't any legal advice, anything I'm going to tell you here. This is just some of the laws that changed. If you're concerned about some definitions, like a lot of this stuff really has to do with how the prosecutor and they determine it, as with everything else. What happens up in the North Texas area is completely different from what happens down in Houston, San Antonio, Austin, El Paso, and every place in between. So again, this is no legal advice whatsoever. This is just what the class I went to talk about the changes and everything, what it is. Here, so I don't forget anything. Okay. First, the class goes, or the law goes into effect January 1 for open carry. That's the big one. Open carry. Sorry about this. I want to fix that level. That's the big new law change. Open carry. Open carry, very limited. Can right now, shotgun and rifle in most areas is legal to carry in Texas. It always has been. But just January 1st, your handgun will be legal to carry also. But there's some stipulations on this which aren't unreasonable. There's only two places you can open carry: on your hip or shoulder. So you can get a shoulder holster, okay, or a hip holster. Doesn't say what hip, doesn't say what shoulder. So, but those are the only two places you can open carry. Now, why would that really matter? And why does this law really benefit some of the people? Well, here's one of the benefits I can see. Let's say John Doe is walking down the street and he's got a holster on, he's got a jacket over it. He's walking down. Something on his jacket catches and whips open the jacket, and his gun is sitting there. It's normally concealed. That was an accident, but legally, even though it was an accident, he broke the law because he was showing it even though he had it concealed. This, he's just instantly, as long as it's on the shoulder or hip, turns into open carry. So it solves that problem there. Now, if you have a CHL license, a concealed handgun license, you can automatically open carry January 1. No ifs, ands, or buts, you can open carry January 1. If you do not have a CHL, you have to get a gun permit from the state. And I went on their site, and it really doesn't say too much what, here, why. But I got a feeling January 1, that'll be pretty easy, and there'll be links all over the place. And if that does affect you after Christmas time, probably, a couple days before New Year's, get in contact with me, and I'll start digging around where you can get that open carry permit. So January 1 does not mean December 31st you can start open carry. No. Does it say what kind of gun? No. I mean, there's going to be the one person that carries around that big Desert Eagle. It's like, really? But this is right. But it just says handgun, and a handgun definition is made to be fired with only one hand, although you should have two when you fire it. That's kind of the legal definition. So you can't have a rifle and say, this is now my, handgun now. So, but there are some handguns that shoot rifle ammunition now. Those are considered handguns. So that's it. Okay, another law that changed is conceal on campuses. That law does not go into effect till August 1st, 2016 for four-year colleges, and August 1st, 2017 for two-year colleges, because they can have areas they can restrict guns, but they did put a thing in there so they can't say something like, okay, any place there's people you can't conceal. They can't do that. So what they did is they said you can't be over restrictive for conceal and everything like that. So they gave them more time so they can make policies. That's why. And since two-year colleges generally don't have the staff as four, they gave them a whole nother year. So on campuses, you can't conceal, you can't open carry, but you can't conceal until August 1st of 16 for a 4-year and August 1st of 17 for a 2-year college. So that's a good step. That's very, very good step. One more law that changed, and I like this. If you go to the airport and you have a conceal, and again, if you just, I had a couple more people join. If you joined us, the YouTube, this will be displayed later you can watch this from the beginning. Another law that changed that's really good is if you go to an airport and you just forget you ever conceal, it can happen. Right now, by law, you're arrested. According to the law, now this up to them, but they can ask you to leave. Say, hey, you got your conceal, leave, put it away, come back, you're good to go. That's what's supposed to happen. Will it? I don't know. So that's another one you're gonna have to wait and kind of see like that. So, and I forgot to say about the colleges. Private colleges, it's their right to say no conceal, which is their right. It's a private, their own private entity. They can kind of say whatever they want. So that's with that. Okay, that's about really all with the big new laws. I do want to have another one. They kind of tweaked the knife law, which a lot of people, for some reason, ask me a lot of the knife stuff for my concealed class. A year before, they said for January 1st of 15, they had a law that said, hey, you can have a 5.5-inch blade with spring activated, so switch bag's illegal. Well, local cities were overriding that, saying, hey, you can't have any knives here. Matter of fact, what was it? Austin? Yeah, Austin. They had one, or Houston, I forgot, I'm sorry, where anything over like 3.5 inches was against the law to carry. What was happening is you had a letter opener, you're breaking the law. So what the state did is they defined it and they said no local ordinances can override the state knife law. So you can have a 5.5-inch blade or shorter. and it can be spring activated. And the reason they got spring activated, no, isn't to be cool and switch blades. There is people that have a hard time opening it because of arthritis and disabilities with their hand, where they can't open it, but they can close it, like holding it up and fold it just fine. But spring activated, it's now open. So, because I carry a knife all day long when I work, so there are needs for that. So that's about it. If I always say this here, if you really want to know about Texas gun laws, there's a really, really good book put out by Texas Law Shield, who I like a lot. It's called Texas Gun Law by Texas Law Shield. If you go to just Google Texas Law Shield, and they'll have a book on their site, or you can Google Texas Gun Law by Texas Law Shield. You'll see it. You can buy it. It's a really, really good book. So that's it. Again, open carry. Make sure, big deal, shoulder, hip only. That's a big deal. Shoulder, hip only. I'm going to say it again. Shoulder, hip only. That's it. And August 1st, 16 for 4-year colleges. August 1st, 17 for 2-year colleges. That's the real big. And privates can say no anytime they want. So that's pretty much it for the class. This would be real quick. If anybody has any questions, just email me and I'll get back with you. You can email me at Tracy, Tracy, at htredneck.com, htredneck.com. If you have any questions, and again, remember, I'm not a lawyer. This isn't any legal advice here. This is just the classes I went to about the new changes so I can see. And there were a couple lawyers there talking to us about that. So that's with that. So, yep. And another good thing is they really updated their average shooting times if there is people with conceals that a firefight. The Texas average is, and Texas did this, which is good. So Texas average is, for that kind of scenario, is 2 shots in 2.5 seconds or less, 5 feet or less. So that is your average. So if you're thinking about that revolver, that fits into your average, way under there, because 5 or 6 rounds depending on your revolver. So most 5. So you're good to go there. So that's it. Everybody have a great day. Email me if you have any questions, and thank you for watching. If anybody wants to, we'll be doing this again in a week or so. So thank you. Everybody have a great day. I'm going to stop this broadcast. Like I said, I knew it would be pretty quick. So everybody have a great day.